Where do you see yourself on this sign right here, my man?
Well, I see myself as a Muslim from Cote d'Ivoire, South Africa.
Where, South Africa?
Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, South Africa. Well, actually, we're at the right scripture for you on this one, all right? Because, you know, our people, whether or not you see yourself on this sign or not, you are on this sign. Because this is just the bulk of where the Israelites would be. We would be scattered all over the globe. Bring this out.
Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 11. And it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass in the future. Read.
In that day that the Lord shall set his hand again, the second time, to recover the remnant of his people.
Hey, you believe in Jesus the Christ, right?
Yes, sir.
You believe he coming back?
Yes, sir.
All right. Who's he coming back for? Let's bring it out again.
And it shall come to pass in that day.
What's that day? In that day. What day are we talking about? What? Right. His return. So we're on the same page. Bring it.
That the Lord shall set his hand again.
What's that? Yeah, South Africa. Bring it.
That the Lord shall set his hand again.
Who's our Lord? Yeah, God. Jesus the Christ.
Right.
That's our God. All right. The Most High God, the Father, is his God. Christ is our God.
Right.
All right. Read.
The second time.
The Lord is going to set his hand. Gathering. Tinko? All right. Hey, listen up, man. We're showing you Christ, the return of Jesus the Christ, and what he's going to do. Read.
The second time, to recover.
What's Jesus going to do?
To recover the remnant of his people.
Who's his people? Who's us? His childs? Children? Do they got a name? You know, as a father, he knows the name of his children. What's the name of his children? The angels? Nah.
Help me out.
Hey, Tico, follow this, man. You don't believe in Jesus? Jesus Cristo?
They don't speak English.
Got you. Where's Jacqueline to translate? He could be just translating. Bring that out.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again, the second time, to recover the remnant of his people.
Who's his people?
His people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
Who's his people?
The outcasts of Israel.
Who's scattered all over the world?
The outcasts of Israel.
So who is Jesus the Christ coming to recover? Israel.
That's right.
All right, Israel. Okay, and he just listed off a bunch of places. List off the places again.
The remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria.
From Assyria.
And from Egypt.
From Egypt, that's in Africa. Read.
And from Pathros.
Pathros, that's another part of Egypt. Read.
And from Cush.
Cush. Cush. Where is Cush at in the world? That's Ethiopia. We just had the Ethiopian brother just leave just now. He would be recovered from Ethiopia.
Right.
Read.
And from Elam.
Elam, that's East India. Our people would be sold as slaves in East India. Right? All right. Read.
And from Shinar.
From Shinar.
And from Hamath.
And Hamath. All right. All more African parts of the world. Read.
And from the islands of the sea.
And the islands of the sea. Whether that be Puerto Rico, our people would be scattered over to Australia, Madagascar, the island of St. Thomas, okay, Haiti. You can find our people have been scattered via slavery.
Right.
All right. But Jesus the Christ is coming to save a people. You said he's here to save all people. Was all people scattered and forced to live outside their home? Not everybody.
Bring it out.
Specifically, these 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
They've been scattered in this place. All right? Everybody else has a country to go back to.
Right.
All right? They come here on their own term. Everybody, the Chinese man, if he don't like it here, if he's like, to hell with America, where does he go? Back to China.
Right.
Because his people run China. If we as the black people of America or the dispersed in slavery say, to hell with this place, where do we go? Where?
Egypt, Africa.
No, those places are slave places.
Like where we was born at.
Where? Your geographical location where you were born doesn't make that your homeland. So you telling me if I have a kid with another black woman, another Israelite sister in China, my kid's Chinese?
American have
Half Chinese? They're gonna look black as night, and they're gonna be Chinese because they were born there?
Take it out.
No, it's more of like if you got two different parents from two different.
No. I said two black people enslaved, brought to China. They have a kid in China. What race is that kid?
What? Chinese.
Sure.
No, you gotta work with me.
I'm here to work with you, man. You come to the right spot. These are the things that they're not teaching. Let me ask you, what is your religious denomination you believe? You said Muslim, right?
Yeah.
All right, so in Muslim, do they teach you where your lineage comes from? Mom, dad, geographical location?
No.
They don't teach you these things. So that's a failure on their part. Muslim, Christianity, these religions have done our people a disservice.
Right.
These religions were the religions pushed on us when they enslaved us.
Bring it out.
So if you were a slave sent over to Arabia, then your slave master, what was his religion? What was the Arabs' religion? Islam.
Right.
So if their religion and their practices in the house is Islam, and you a slave, then what's your religion now? Islam.
That's
All
right.
right? You were forced to take that. That
Right.
is not our heritage.
Right.
Our heritage is not Islam, being a Muslim, being a Christian, being a Baptist, Jehovah's Witness. These are all lies.
Right.
All right? These were the religions forced on us. Go
Right.
ahead and give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 64 to go into that scattering of our race across the whole globe, such as South Africa. Right? Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee.
It says he'll scatter thee. Before Christ can come and gather us out of these different lands, we had to be what? Put in these different lands.
Right.
Okay? So God's going to scatter us due to our disobedience, because it is a punishment that we end up in South Africa,
Right.
in Egypt,
Right.
in America,
Right.
in Europe. Those are punishments.
Right.
Okay? Read.
Among all people.
He says, I'm going to put you among all people. How?
Right.
How did we get to all people? You don't know? Check out this sign. You relate to this?
My mother relates to this because her dad was a slave back in the old times. And
Your dad wasn't a slave back in the old times?
I never met my dad.
You just never met your dad. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, the Spirit bears witness, you probably ended up in slavery.
Right.
Like we all did. All right? And if you weren't shipped on a boat, because don't get it twisted, if they didn't grab every single person out of West Africa, out of Central Africa, even out of South Africa, they didn't grab every person. Some people stayed back. The same race of people stayed back and had what? More children.
Right.
Right? But guess what? They're still the same race of people, and they were colonized.
Right.
They were colonized later. So your mom may have went through the trip Your dad may have stayed behind and just got colonized, but guess what? The same people conquered.
Right.
The same enemy enslaved and taught us a false religion. Read that.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth.
From the one end of the earth, all right, West Coast Africa, Central Africa, South Africa, that's one end of the earth, right? To where?
Even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other.
And it said he's going to send you to another end of the earth. And when you get to these other parts, what's your name, my man? Hey, stick around, stick around. And when you get to that other place, what's going to happen there? Are we going to be retired? Are we going to go on vacation there? What's going to happen to us? We're going to be slaves and killed.
Right.
Right. Give me your name one more time, my man. Malik. I remember that one. That's the derivative of like Malak, which is angel or king in the Bible. Right? Am I close on that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me tell you something, Malik. Our people would be scattered, and when they got there, like you said, they would be killed and enslaved.
Right.
All right? But this is how they're going to kill and enslave us. All right? Not just physically, but watch this.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Guess what? Not only are we going to enslave you and kill you, we're going to force you to worship false religions, to worship false gods, false doctrines.
Right.
Okay? Such as what? Christianity and Islam. The Bible's going to say it. Read.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Our fathers didn't know these false gods. Read.
Even wood and stone.
What were the two religions?
Even wood and stone.
Hey, what's the cross made out of? No, what is the cross literally made out of?
I don't know.
You don't know what a cross is made out of? It's made out of wood.
Right.
Oh yeah, did they not hang them up on a tree? All right, where that sign at? Let's see, here we go. Check out this. Man-made religions, all right? All these religions are new. Our fathers were before 1608. Our
Right.
fathers were before 1830.
Right.
Our fathers did not know Baptist,
Right.
Mormon, Catholicism. Check out the bottom of this sign right here. What is that right there? You know where that is? A devout Muslim, right? Where this is? You don't know what that is?
Ain't no Muslim.
That's the cobblestone in Mecca.
Right.
The cobblestone in Mecca. Every devout Muslim has to go and worship this rock.
Full-blown Muslim,
So she would probably know more about this, all right? They have to go and kiss this thing. They walk around it 7 times and kiss it. That's worship of a stone.
Right.
Our forefathers did not worship no damn rock in Mecca.
Right.
Right.
Okay? That was forced on us. Mecca, before this was just some spot for them to bow down to a rock, was the biggest slave market on the planet. More slaves were sold here than anywhere.
Teach.
That's the capital of the Muslim religion.
Right.
Okay?
Hey, I gotta catch my bus back.
Hey, Muslim ain't our thing, my man, but it's been nice meeting you. Check out that flyer. We have a free school on the back, all right?
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.